So I wanted to do a quick video about a story, tell a story, something that actually made me think of watching one of my favourite TV shows at the moment on Amazon Prime called The Boys. Love that show. And there's a character in it called The Deep. He's a fishy superhero, and it made me recall a belter of a story, a fish-related story, a fishy tale. I thought it'd been around a while, you know. I thought I'd read or seen it all on the internet, but yeah. I'm trying to remember exactly when this was. I don't know, about a year ago, maybe longer. And I came across this story. You can find it yourself if you do a bit of interweb search. So it was the best resource for this is on the Guardian website, Guardian UK. The Dolphin Who Loved Me is what you want to look for. And I will share this fishy tale now to the best of my recall of memory. And spoiler alert, by the way, if I would recommend you go and read that article first before you listen to me rattling on and give away the happy ending. I should have went down there. I don't know. Yeah, and as I was saying, so back in the 60s, the boffins at NASA were thinking about if there was an alien species out there, is how would we go around communicating with them, you know? So, you know, obviously, so how would you start such a, or even contemplate such a thing? Anyway, at some point, they came up with the idea, start a research facility, get some dolphins, and let's see if we can teach dolphins to speak. Yep, sounds pretty crazy, right? But yeah, it was a thing. So somewhere in the South Pacific, I can't remember where, in the 60s, they got funding, they set up a lab, pools in it, researchers, and 2 or 3 dolphins, I think. Maybe 2. I think there was 2 female and 1 male. I can't recall all of the dolphins' names from the story, but the male was called Peter, and he's important for this story, which we'll get to. So anyway, on this island somewhere, it's called St. something, can't remember the exact name, where this place was in the 60s. There was a girl that lived there, and she's kind of core to this story as well. She was growing up there. Margaret Lovett, Margaret Howe Lovett, Margaret Howe, Margaret something or another. And she'd heard about this sort of secret research place on the island, so she started going up there, and I don't know how old she was at this point in time. She's still sort of fairly youngish female, growing up, whatever. And anyway, she sort of went up there, and who's weeping? Asked them what's going on. They're like, "Yep, we've got dolphins here. We're doing some stuff. We're studying them. We want to see if we can communicate with them and teach them how to speak English or speak our language." And she's like, "Cool, can I get in?" And she had no research qualifications, anything like that, but she was a good note taker. They got her in, and she was sort of hanging out, watching, taking lots of notes, all the rest of it. So they gave her a job, and where am I going? Yeah, going this way. Yeah, so she got a job there full time, and then working with these dolphins and trying to teach them how to speak English in the aid of a longer term project of, you know, if the aliens came, an alien species, and how would you go around building a way to communicate with said species. I'm getting distracted. Anyway, so to roll on the story a little bit, Margaret moved in full time, and got. Are you going? Are you crossing? You can cross. This is for you. There you go. You're welcome. Anyone else? And oh Jesus! I'm at the wrong one. This is not where I want to be. Oh God! I need to do a little U-turn here. What a banana. So Margaret, she proposed that she should move into the facility full time. Live in with the dolphins, who really understand what was going on, what they were doing. And she chose to work with the male dolphin, Peter, because he was the youngest dolphin, and apparently hadn't really been exposed to any human language, and he was the better candidate. So that was all fine. Margaret moves in. Margaret gets some sort of sleep in bed thing. So she's pretty much with Peter the dolphin full time. And, doing the study, trying to get him to speak. Now, apparently the dolphins could speak a little bit. Struggle with M and Margaret, apparently. That was a particular sticky one. But, so, I mean, the scientific outcomes and the value, don't ask me about that. Anyway, so the point of this ramble by me in the story, and why this was, when I was reading this, it completely blew my mind. Peter started getting a bond with Margaret. A very close bond, we will say. And, Margaret's trying to do the experiments, working with Peter. Peter's a bit distracted, a bit playful, won't do what he's supposed to do, and he's the fish sexual tension got in the way. So Margaret kind of, the way this is described, I can't believe I'm talking about this, is that he was quite attracted to her ankle and the back of her knee and stuff, and I don't know, do you ever float your boat as a dolphin? And she, well, there's no easy way just come out with this. So she basically, to get on, oh my God, look at the smoke on that, to get on and to get the studies done and working with Peter the dolphin, Margaret would just relieve Peter, and just get that out of the way, just a little. Now, I don't know if this was just I mean, I don't know how dolphins, get their freak on, but it's implied that he would sort of rub up against her and do fishy bits and bobs, and then he would be quite happy, some sort of release, and carry on. And she obviously, this was all observed, and she asked about and stuff, and they were like, no, that's fine, if you think that's what you need to do, it's a tactic and stuff, then fair play. And I mean, was she just just wanking off the dolphin? Did the dolphin even have manginas, sheenuses? Anyway, the cautionary tale here is, I suppose, science gone wrong, and the boundaries of man-fish love. And if you want to find out kind of what happened with all of that, and did they ever get the dolphin to, communicate with dolphins after yakking, whacking jacking them off or whatever, go and have a look at the article. Needless to say, though, however, the story did come out, and there's a lot of, sort of after that, 60s and 70s, a lot of spoof stuff, and obviously the adult industry and fishy porn movies when the story came out, and yeah, it was all of a bit of a disgrace, obviously, about it, but yeah, a fishy tale indeed, and yeah, a bit of a sad end for Peter. I think it all went belly up, and the whole study and the whole funding and the Dolphin stuff and all that, and yeah, poor Peter, he committed suicide. Now, this is another mind-blowing lesson I got from this article, other than I had to sexually relieve a dolphin, and we're trying to teach him how to speak, which is mad enough as it is. Yeah, dolphins can commit suicide, and Peter apparently took his own life. So yeah, it's something to do with breathing. They consciously have to come up to breathe and stuff, and they can apparently consciously make a decision not to come up and surface for air, and then they effectively commit suicide, which is pretty sad. Yeah, so I implore you to go and read the Garden article. Much better than me going on about this, trying to tell this ridiculous tale of spanking a dolphin. Fishtail. I've just remembered something. Apparently if you've never been able to crack the secret of human-dolphin communication and dolphin speaking, communicating our language, they'd call it Dolphinese. Dolphinese. A Dolphinese hand job, please. But I've just remembered another point to this, another part of this sexy dolphin tale. They gave the dolphins fucking acid. they were experimenting with acid. Something to do with associated with the research place or whatever. And at that point in time, the American government, there's a few institutions or people were approved by the FDA or whatever it was called then, that they could experiment with LSD, and yeah, they were given LSD to animals as well, and they gave LSDs to dolphins, and you'll be pleased to know it didn't affect them one bit, or affect Peter's sex drive. Yep, dolphin LSD.